So here we are. We're talking about what is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you. Ready? Go. No.
That was it.
All right. Who wants to go first? Wow. All right. I'll go first.
There you go.
All right. It actually wasn't so scary for me. It was scary for my kids. And we were renting a place, and it was like a lodge, not a lodge, mostly a winter ski resort. Ski chalet. And my kids were little, and my son went in to use the bathroom, and then he came out screaming, "Ah! There's a rat in the toilet! There's a rat in the toilet!" And I was like, "There's not a rat in the toilet. There's no rats in this place." So, but I go in, I look, and I pull up the seat and dropped it because there was a rat in the toilet. Well, upon closer examination, it was actually a squirrel, and it had gotten into the toilet, got in there, and drowned.
Oh.
So we grab and pick the and dispose of the rat. Anyways, next night, there's a rat in the toilet. There's a rat in the toilet. I look, there's another squirrel.
Oh no.
I'm like, no, meanwhile, I'm pretty sure my son is afraid to pee after that.
I mean, I would be too.
Yeah, understandable.
My daughter, 2 years younger, comes in next night, and she's like, Mom, there's a rat in the toilet.
At that point, I would call someone.
At that point, she was like, whatever. I guess this is how it goes.
At that point, the squirrels are suicidal.
They were, and so I called it. I was actually renting it from my cousin. Are you having issues with the squirrels that get in your toilet? Oh yeah, that happens.
Thanks for the warning ahead of time.
It just happens.
Yeah,
Was there multiple toilets in this place, or was it just the one?
No, it's just the one. They were getting into the tube or
Oh,
something
no.
at the roof, on the roof and falling and then drowning because the lid was down, and they were drowning in the toilet. They're coming to somewhere new and warm. So, anyways, there you go. Woo, scary!
I mean, I also would be terrified if somebody came out of a bathroom screaming, "There's a rat in the toilet."
Right. That kind of scared me, but then I kind of figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You had a toilet
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah, tell us about your toilet incident.
Tell us about your toilet incident.
So it's also a story of, in the moment, it was really scary, but looking back on it, it's very funny. When I want to say around 10 or 11-ish, I went to a water park with my dad, my stepmom, and my little brother, and I particularly really liked the big toilet bowl slide where you go down a slide normally in a big tube, and then as you're about to hit the exit, you hit like this big open bowl area where you would like slide around and around and around and eventually fall down like the center part. And so we called them toilet bowl slides.
And all I could picture was you playing in the restroom. Going, yay! Water ride! Yay!
But I wanted to go on the toilet bowl ride again. And nobody else in my family wanted to go on the toilet bowl ride at that time. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to go by myself. Ooh. And the rafts typically hold like 4 people. And so I was going by myself. And I get to the top, and I'm about to go in. The lifeguard calls the next person, and it's just me. And so he was like, all right. And so I get in the tube, I'm going down, everything's fine at first, and then as I'm about to breach my way into the open bowl area, the raft flips, and I slide out, and I'm like laying on my back, and so there's an empty raft that goes down the center, and they have to shut down the ride. They're like, all right, you need to stay seated there until all of the water drains out so I don't slip and fall. And
I was gonna say, when you bare butted on the toilet bowl,
not there.
And now they want you to dry and slide on a dry toilet bowl.
because they didn't want me to slip and hurt myself, and I assume. And so I get to sit there and wait as this ride drains itself, and everybody on the staircase has a direct look at me sitting in the toilet bowl by myself, and they're wondering why it shut down, and there's just a kid sitting in the middle. So then
Hey guys.
I was so embarrassed.
No problem, I'm here.
Eventually it drained, and there was a lifeguard that popped up out of the center, and he was like, all right, you need to scoot your way towards me. And so I did, and then he helped me out, and he was like checking me over, being like, are you okay? Did you like hit your head or anything? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And he was like, do you want to go to like the first aid station just to be safe? And I was like, no. And then I also remember being he was like, do we need to call your parents? And I was like, no, we don't. And so nobody in my family knows about that.
Wow, you heard it first here.
Nobody else was around when that happened.
Wow. They're just like, something's going over at the toilet bowl. Nah, we're going this way.
As far as I'm aware, nobody knows about that.
So when you go down dry, do you leave like little skid marks around?
I'd hope not. I would very much hope not.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's scary, but it ended okay.
Yeah, that was fine. I didn't get hurt. Just traumatized.
Yeah, exactly. So let's discuss your trauma.
Yes. I did have an actual like terrifying one, but I'm like, I don't really know the mood, so I have a different one now.
Up to you.
So, at Storyland, I was like 4. I was terrified of literally everything. Like,
as
everything.
most 4-year-olds are.
Stories and lands.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was scared of stories and also land.
And
so
lands,
Storyland,
yes.
whoa. But I don't know if I know you wouldn't, but I don't know if you remember this. In the area where it was like the old western kind of like Mexico area, they used to have that ride where you would get in the elevator and go down, and there was like a thing underground. Do you remember that?
No, that scared me, so I never went.
Okay, exactly. Because when I was like 4, I was like, leading up to this, I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then at this point, my mom was like, just do it. Just try it.
It'll be okay.
And I was like, okay. So, and I was willing to do it. So we stood in line, we got on, we went in the elevator started moving, and I panicked, and I started sobbing my eyes out. I'm pretty sure they had to bring the elevator back up so I could like, but I panicked so much. I think I went on the roller coaster after, and I was fine.
I love the polar coaster.
Fair enough.
I don't even remember what that ride was called, but I never went anywhere near it again, and now it's not even there anymore, so I don't have to worry about it when I get there.
Fair enough.
Wow. See, we made it through.
Never knew what was on the other side of that elevator because they brought me back up and I went away. Pretty sure I came back out. My dad was like, "What happened in there?"
So
that was really short.
So apparently, we need new field trips to these parks that you guys went to.
I mean, work trip to Storyland. So.
Yeah, there we go. My first trip to Storyland for work.
All right. Well, here's to being traumatized as a child.